Hey, Hail Stalkers, we are tracking storms across many places in the U.S. right now, not just the tornado warning that you see just to the north of Philadelphia here on the screen, but we are also tracking storms all the way down to Dover, all the way down to Lynchburg, and then go all the way into Oklahoma. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that was just expired here in Oklahoma City. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning in Wichita right now. Now, this has a history of producing some pretty decent hail, ping pong ball size hail, just to the north of Wichita. So we'll have to see what this severe thunderstorm warning could do right now. Put your questions in the comments center, and we will go ahead and get to a little around the radar here. So let me break this down one more time. Where are you guys watching from right now? Should we focus more on Wichita and Oklahoma City? We did get some hail in those places, or at least in Kansas and in Oklahoma. Or should we talk about that tornado warning that is ongoing right now just to the north of Philadelphia? You can see that tornado warning highlighted here in red that goes until 6:30 Eastern time. So we've got another 29 minutes on that. It is not confirmed at the moment. It's moving about normal, about 30 miles an hour to the east. But the National Weather Service has issued several tornado warnings in this area over the last few minutes, or 30 minutes here. Look at those other two tornado warnings that we had just to the north of Philadelphia, again, near Lansdale and Norristown. We've had a little bit of hail with this as well. We've had hail. This is what we like to call pocket change hail, which means that it's right around the size of a quarter or maybe a bit smaller. And there's your radar as these storms move into Philadelphia. That is the video that you can see on the side of the screen there. We've got our Philadelphia cameras pulled up at the moment. Let's see if we can get farther down in here. Some good views of these storms. Looks like people are moving pretty decently on the road right now. Not too bad right there. Alrighty, what questions do we have? I see people jumping into the chat right now saying Kansas City. Yeah, you want to see some updates on Kansas City, Colorado, and Edmond, Oklahoma. Let's pull up our Oklahoma camera. Cameras. We have some phenomenal cameras here in Oklahoma. And what you can see right now is some red on the map. Yeah, we have some red on the map between I-44 and Hefner. So let's go ahead and get a check of that. Actually in Oklahoma City right now, if we zoom out and move down into Oklahoma, this storm died out. It was the little storm that could. It was a slow mover. It brought some pretty decent rain across the city and just a little bit of hail as well. But right now, we are dry. And yes, for Edmond, Oklahoma, you're dry right now. Go up to Edmond. No storms right now. Now you look back to the north, back to the west, and you've got a storm coming into Kingfisher right now. So let's see, what direction is this moving? It's moving to the southeast, so it'll probably miss Edmond, but it could impact Piedmont or the Village pretty soon. Let's go up to Mercy and see if we've got any big clouds up there looking to the north. No, we can't see them quite yet. Let's look off to the west. You can see a few clouds out there. Alrighty, what other questions do we have? Colorado. Let's go ahead and get a check of Colorado. You have a one severe thunderstorm warning, mainly warned for wind right now. 56 mile per hour wind gusts already recorded with this severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of Flagler. I've been to Flagler. Have you guys been to Flagler before? 60 mile per hour wind gust and quarter size hail is what we are seeing from this severe thunderstorm warning right here. So this storm could produce quarter size hail and maybe some strong winds. And that is, it looks like, the only storm across the Front Range here. Now, Rapid City, we saw on the radar, or on the future radar today, on some of our models today, that we could see something come out of Rapid City. So we've got a little storm that could. It's going up pretty slow right now. And then the last thing that we have not talked about here is Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, we already saw ping pong ball size hail reported just to the north of Wichita, just outside of Heston, Kansas. Now, as this storm moves into Sedgwick, it's got a lot of lightning with it. Did you guys know that the more lightning associated with the storm oftentimes means the more hail that you can get out of a storm? Now, this storm right now is warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. So maybe we could get some hail in Wichita, Kansas. Moving back up to the northeast here, back into Philadelphia, because we do have a question from Kelsey on YouTube. I know Philadelphia has a tornado warning, so it does not have a tornado warning right now. What we do see from this storm just to the north of Philadelphia is that we have some strong wind with this, and we knew this was going to be the case. We were forecasting microburst and downbursts today, and often with that, I mean, a signature of a downburst or of a microburst today is heavy rain and strong wind speeds. And that is exactly what we're seeing just to the north of Philadelphia right now, where we are watching for 70-mile-per-hour wind speeds and quarter-size hail. 70-mile-per-hour wind speeds again, and quarter-size hail. And we do have some reports. Let's go through some of these reports from the high wind in this area. We are seeing reports now of trees down in the Chester area, Chester County, Chesterbrook. That is where we've got reports of trees down in this area. In Norristown, a large tree blocking the roadway at the corner of Hillcrest Avenue and Evergreen Road. That was around, about 20, 30 minutes ago. That report was sent in. We've got another report of trees down in the Montgomery area, Montgomery, Pennsylvania. Trees and wires down, so you could have some power outages in this area as well. We also have some flooding reports here. Flooding on Jackson Street in Birdsboro. So we've got water rushing over the roadway here, and then another road closed from flooding. But for Philadelphia itself, your severe thunderstorm warning here is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. So it's much worse the farther north that you go with these really strong winds right here. Now, I know we have a good amount of people watching right now across Twitter, Facebook, a few people on YouTube right now. If you guys have any weather questions, let us know. I've got a few more minutes here before I hop off. Okay, we've got some strong wind, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, just to the east of Baltimore. Now, just a reminder for anyone who didn't see our forecast today, this area right here is what we pinpointed for the strongest winds up to 80 miles an hour. I think we nailed the forecast today. We've got a few more severe thunderstorm warnings across North and South Carolina, a few more up to the north in places like Wisconsin as well. But for the most part, these are marginally severe. Most of us are in that 60 to maybe 70-mile-per-hour wind speeds. Now, the strongest storm that I see right now is moving into Chestertown right now with 80-mile-per-hour wind speeds. Let's see if we can get a picture of that. I'm going to work on getting a picture real quick. And while I do, if you guys have any weather questions or want to share where you're watching from right now, let us know. And we can tailor your forecast to where you're watching from. We have a forecast every single day at noon. Traffic cameras here. We're looking for something in the Chestertown area. We had some really, really strong wind with this as this storm went into Baltimore earlier. That was something that we were keeping an eye on, and it doesn't look like we have any good traffic cameras from what I can see right now, but give us just a minute and we will work on trying to find more. Okay, here we go. Oh, we've got some nice lightning with this. So again, these are your storms are coming in right here. You're gonna have to look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen for this. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, lots of lightning with this here. Going into Georgetown, the camera is shaking quite a bit there. Let me see if I can make this a bit bigger. There you go. So the camera is shaking a little bit as the storm moves into the Georgetown area. Do you see it wobbling back and forth there? Go down to Queenstown. Not too bad down there quite yet. Quiet in this area. Traffic looks good, but the roads are wet. And again, this is where the storm is moving into right now. So if you watch carefully, you can absolutely see the flash of lightning. You know, I'm sure you can hear the rumble of thunder in there as well. Charlotte saying, yeah, we've had 3 tornado warnings. So in Philadelphia, what you're talking about here, you have had 3 tornado warnings to the north of Philadelphia. 1, 2, you can look in the bottom corner of my screen. You can see those first 2 tornado warnings just to the north of you guys. And then that third one coming in just a few minutes ago, but it was canceled pretty quickly. What you're seeing now is a transition into high wind warnings. So we're really watching for that high wind up to 70 miles an hour. Also penny-sized hail possible. And we may be losing some service here. There you go. There's that storm coming in. You can see the dark clouds in the distance there. Ooh, very dark clouds right there. Alrighty, we'll watch the storm come in, but let's do a little around the radar before I hop off of here. We've got 80-mile-per-hour wind speeds coming into Chestertown right now. We will continue to keep an eye on that. Again, that is where your camera is located, just outside of Chestertown. So we'll see if we can see any of those strong winds or the impacts of the strong winds. Getting another check on Kansas. Wichita, Kansas does have some small hail moving into the area. So we've got Bentley and the Sedgwick area getting some of that small hail, just smaller than the size of a quarter, and some strong winds as you go farther up to the north into places like Colorado. And there's your radar update. I told you guys it'd be quick, so I'm going to hop off of here right now. Thanks for joining us. As always, follow us on for more weather updates. We do a forecast every single day at noon. So for more weather updates like this, follow us and we will get you up to date with the most weather information we can. Now, we forecasted high wind in this area today. We specifically pinpointed places like Philadelphia and Baltimore, and we nailed the forecast today. So come back for your forecast tomorrow. Have a fantastic and a safe Tuesday afternoon. We'll see you back here, same place at noon for the forecast tomorrow.